Guys, mobile carrier news here, and some news about AT&T. So we both know AT&T owns Warner Media, and also they now have a piece of Discovery, or they merged. So the news here is AT&T is going to they now have more free money or capital, you know, from their Warner Media, so now they can finally focus on their 5G. I have noticed, however, that some news they are slowly building their 5G with C-band within 41, within 71, mostly on C-band. They're still testing it, just like every carrier is testing it at the moment, as you all know. So this is some really good news for AT&T. They have more capital, more money to focus on their 5G, because I've noticed what they've been focusing on. They've been focusing more on their HBO Max service, which it's not bad. Every company needs a home internet, especially the phone carriers. They need a service that can entertain people direct TV. Yeah, that's what AT&T has. Direct TV. I almost forgot the name of it. Direct TV, home internet, all that stuff. Entertainment services. Because if you just have a cell phone, it's pretty much like boring, or it won't work. So this is some good news for AT&T. They have more capital, more money to free up. They can do more things, and this is honestly really good news. They're currently currently got permission from, I believe, the government to deploy C-band. However, this is only for testing. This is not let's be honest. Like if you get permission from like the government or some high power or just anybody, it has to be tested. Because if you don't test it, here's the problem. Let's say they don't test it and let's say it's super fast, but like it starts crashing on customers. Let's say the coverage is great, but then the coverage goes to 1 bar, or too many people are using it and your data is slowed down extremely, like to the lowest point. So that's why every company, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, they test these things first. So now that they got permission from the government, I'm not sure if they were the last ones to get permission from the government. A lot of companies, all the three carriers, had to get permission, and to buy, the rights and like the service, etc., etc. So I'm really glad AT&T is, stepping up to the plate here. They have more money. They're still in debt. Actually, all carriers are in debt right now. Let's be honest. But I'm actually glad AT&T, finally has some more capital to build their 5G network. This is actually insane news. And because they're gonna have more capital, they'll be able to build more towers, pay more engineers or hire more engineers, because you need engineers. You need to grade the towers, and they could also use that money to get more towers. They could rent more towers. They could officially buy them, because all towers are basically rented, but some companies own some, and I think it would be a great idea for AT&T to buy more towers, and it could be theirs personally. They don't have to rent it out, because that saves them more money, and the more money they save, they reinvest that back into the 5G. You guys know where I'm going with this, so I really like how AT&T will now have more capital and more money, so they can build out their 5G network, especially C-band. I heard their C-band is going to be insane. I think 2 to 3 gigabytes per second. That's insane. That's huge speeds. If I had AT&T, that I could literally download a movie in a second like that. It'd be quick.